What if Ram just shocked the entire truck world by bringing back a massive V8 in 2027? Not a small upgrade, not a mild refresh, but a true monster engine. Because right now, that rumor alone is already dividing truck fans across America. The pickup truck world has always been built on three things: power, durability, and loyalty. And nothing sparks a bigger debate than a brand new V8 entering the scene. That's exactly what's happening with the rumored 2027 Ram 1500 Monster V8. For years, Ram has been moving in a completely different direction. Smaller engines, turbocharged inline-six setups, even electrification. The old-school V8 seemed like it was slowly being pushed out. But now, suddenly, the conversation is flipped. Whispers from inside the industry suggest Ram could be planning a return to big displacement power. And that idea has completely lit up the truck community. Some fans see this as the moment they've been waiting for. A return to real American truck muscle. The kind of engine that doesn't just perform, but feels powerful every time you hit the throttle. Others aren't so sure, because today's truck market isn't what it used to be. Fuel economy matters more than ever. Emissions regulations are getting stricter, and electric trucks are no longer just a concept, they're already here. So now, the question becomes simple, but controversial. Does a massive gasoline V8 still make sense in 2027? That's why this debate has exploded across forums, social media, and even among industry experts. You've got loyal Ram owners, engineers, and analysts all weighing in, and not everyone agrees. In this video, we're breaking it all down. Why the Monster V8 rumor is causing so much division, what insiders are actually saying about its potential, and whether this bold move could completely reshape the future of performance trucks. Because this isn't just about one engine, it's about where the entire truck industry is headed next. And depending on how this plays out, Ram could either be making a genius move or a very risky bet. So let's start with where all of this began. The rumors. Because once you understand how the Monster V8 story started, everything else starts to make a lot more sense. The rumors around the Monster V8 didn't come out of nowhere. They started gaining traction when engineers connected to Stellantis hinted that Ram could bring back a high-output V8 for future performance trucks. That immediately caught attention, because not long ago Ram made a very clear move away from traditional V8 power. The legendary 5.7-liter Hemi, an engine that helped define Ram's identity, was phased out in several models. In its place came the newer Hurricane twin-turbo inline-six. On paper, the Hurricane makes a strong case. It delivers impressive horsepower and torque, and it does it more efficiently. It's modern, advanced, and designed for where the industry is heading. But for a lot of truck buyers, something was missing. And it wasn't numbers, it was feeling. There's a certain simplicity to a naturally aspirated V8 that many drivers still trust. No turbos, no extra layers of complexity. Just raw, predictable power every time you press the pedal. That's where the Monster V8 rumor starts to make sense. According to insiders, this wouldn't just be a standard engine. It could be a large displacement performance V8, built specifically for heavy-duty work and off-road capability. And in high-performance trims, some reports suggest it could push beyond 700 horsepower. If that turns out to be true, it would immediately put Ram back into serious competition in the high-performance truck space. But this isn't just about power numbers. From a business standpoint, there's a bigger strategy behind a move like this. Performance trucks have become a major profit driver. These aren't entry-level work trucks. They're premium machines that command higher prices and grab attention instantly. And attention matters, because even if most buyers don't choose the top trim, they still connect with the image it creates. A powerful flagship model can elevate the entire lineup. At the same time, V8 engines still carry something no spec sheet can fully measure: emotional value. That deep rumble, that immediate response, that unmistakable character, it's been part of American truck culture for decades. So while electrification continues to grow, Ram may be looking at the bigger picture. This might not be about replacing modern engines. It might be about adding something back that many drivers feel was taken away. And that's exactly why some enthusiasts are all in on this idea. Because to them, the Monster V8 isn't just an engine, it's a comeback. For a lot of truck enthusiasts, the idea of a Monster V8 isn't just exciting. It feels right. This is exactly the kind of engine they believe trucks were always meant to have. And their reasons go beyond nostalgia. First, there's raw power. Large displacement V8 engines are known for delivering strong, consistent torque across the entire power band. That matters in the real world. especially when you're towing heavy loads or hauling serious weight. Instead of waiting for boost to build like in a turbocharged engine, a naturally aspirated V8 delivers power instantly. You press the pedal and it responds. No delay, no hesitation. That kind of performance is hard to ignore. Then there's the question of reliability and simplicity. Modern turbo engines are incredibly advanced, but they also come with added complexity. Turbochargers, intercoolers, high-pressure fuel systems. More parts usually mean more potential failure points over time. That's why some truck owners still prefer a simpler setup. A naturally aspirated V8 may not be cutting edge, but it's proven. And for buyers who plan to keep their trucks for years, that matters. But maybe the biggest factor isn't technical at all. It's the sound. That deep, aggressive V8 rumble is something turbocharged engines just don't replicate. For many drivers, it's part of the entire experience of owning a truck. It's not just about getting from point A to point B, it's about how it feels every time you start the engine. And that emotional connection is powerful, but not everyone is convinced. Critics argue that bringing back a massive V8 in 2027 could be a step in the wrong direction. The biggest concern is fuel efficiency. Large engines typically consume more fuel, and with gas prices always shifting, that's a real issue for many buyers. Then there's the pressure from regulations. Automakers today have to meet strict emission standards across their entire lineup. A high-displacement V8 produces more carbon emissions, which can make those targets harder to achieve. That could limit how widely a truck like this is produced, or how long it even stays in the market. And finally, there's the bigger shift happening across the industry. Electric trucks are no longer a future idea. They're already here, and companies are investing heavily in them. So critics are asking a serious question. Why invest in a brand new V8 when the entire industry is moving in the opposite direction? If the monster V8 actually makes it to production, it won't enter a quiet market. The full-size truck segment is already packed with powerful options, from turbocharged gas engines to advanced diesel setups, and now even fully electric pickups. And competition isn't just about towing anymore. It's about horsepower, off-road performance, technology, and overall presence. Trucks today are expected to do everything, and do it at a high level. That's where the monster V8 could carve out its role. Instead of trying to replace efficient engines, Ram could position it as a flagship. A high-performance option designed to showcase maximum capability, strength, and attitude. In other words, a halo truck. These kinds of models aren't just about sales volume, they're about attention. They define the brand's image. Even buyers who never purchase one still feel connected to what it represents. And if Ram executes this right, the monster V8 could become exactly that. Now, even though nothing is officially confirmed, there's already speculation about what this engine could look like. Some expect a large displacement design, possibly pushing past 6.5 or even 7.0 liters, built to deliver massive torque for towing and off-road use. But it wouldn't be old school in every way. Modern engineering could play a huge role here. Technologies like advanced fuel injection, variable valve timing, cylinder deactivation, and lightweight components could help balance power with improved efficiency. So instead of being a step backward, this could actually be a blend of old-school muscle and modern innovation. And that brings us to something deeper, the cultural side of this debate. V8 trucks have always meant more than just performance in America. They represent strength, independence, and capability. For decades, that engine sound and feel have been part of truck identity. That's why this conversation is so intense. Because it's not just about what works best on paper, it's about what people believe a truck should be. At the same time, Ram isn't putting all its focus in one direction. The company is investing in turbo engines, hybrids, electric trucks, and possibly even more advanced technologies down the line. That means the monster V8 wouldn't define the future, it would exist alongside it. And that might be the real answer here. Different buyers want different things. Work trucks, luxury trucks, performance trucks, electric trucks. They can all coexist. So whether the monster V8 becomes reality or stays a rumor, one thing is clear. Truck fans care deeply about what powers their vehicles. And if Ram really does bring this engine to life, this debate is only just getting started.